Razia Dhirani is most famously known as the founder of the Alamar Group, a tour company that takes pilgrims to perform the Ziyarat of our holy Imams. She is a nurse by profession and has used her skills to help the underprivileged of Iraq to the best of her capabilities. When she was cured of an illness after visiting the shrine of Imam Hussein, she made a promise to take people to visit his shrine and has never looked back. This is how her journey began.
I had a tumour removed from my back in 1987 and it was malignant. After I recuperated, I decided I want to go to Karbala. I had very hard time to persuade my husband that I want to go. He says, okay, finally allowed me to go. I didn't know any word of Arabic. I took a plane from Toronto to LaGuardia, from LaGuardia to JFK. I took Royal Jordanian and went to Amman. From there, I took a taxi and went to Baghdad. I could not even speak one word of Arabic. While I was in Baghdad, I took a taxi and went to Imam Ali. I stayed 4 nights with Imam Ali. Then I came to Karbala. My destination was supposed to be Karbala. When I went to Karbala, the harams of Imam Ali was empty. I stood on the stone, the red stone, where Imam Hussein's head was kept. And I kept on praying and asking Imam Hussein to give me my health. If I'll have my health, I'll bring his zawars. At that time, I was taking about 30 tablets a day. Alhamdulillah, since then, I'm not taking any more medication and I'm feeling much better. I came back and I decided that I want to take groups of people to Iraq. When I was talking with Imam Hussein, I knew deep down that he will never send me empty-handed. And I told Allah and Imam Hussein that if you give me my health, I'll bring the zawars for Imam Hussein. And Alhamdulillah, I did quite well. So I decided to take the groups to Iraq. I had only 3 zawars with me and we did the same journey. When we reached Najaf, we were in the haram of Imam Ali. There was no partition. Sheikh Kashif al-Ghatai comes to me and he says, do you speak English? And I said, yes, I do. So he says, why don't you come to my foundation and I'll show you the Quran of Imam Ali. So we 4 of us, we went to Kashif al-Ghatai foundation. He showed us the Quran, which was given to Imam Ali by one of the king. And he explained to me that there are so many poor people, they don't have enough food. If he could help them to deliver the food. Alhamdulillah, we managed to get the food and we rented a truck and literally we carried on our back bags of rice and sugar and flour and delivered it to all the people around Najaf. And Kashif al-Ghatai introduced me to so many people that they needed help, and there were so many orphans asking for money. And so I decided that my job is to take the zawars as well as to help the orphans in Najaf as well as in Karbala. Alhamdulillah, that was the support from all the zawars of Alamar Group. Look at those ladies sitting outside with their heads covered. I could not see, but she could see. During that time, we were getting haram of Imam Ali because they used to close at 9 o'clock. So we would sit inside the haram and do majlis. This lady, somehow she had brought an English Quran, which I didn't know. She knew where the head of Imam Ali was, and she went and stood up and started reciting something. All of a sudden, the light started blinking in the haram of Imam Ali. The Khadim comes to me and he says, what is she doing near the head of Imam Ali? So I go and ask Sarita, I said, what are you doing? She's telling me, I was told to recite Surah Baqarah near the head of Imam Ali. So that was something I never knew, and she kept on reciting Surah Baqarah and the lights kept on blinking like anything. Everybody was so scared, but when she finished, it was something different. You felt as if you were connected with Imam Ali. So when we went to Karbala, she wasn't that close to Imam Hussein. So finally the day came when we had to go to the airport, and I gave everybody their passports. So when we said, let's go to the immigration, she says, I don't have my passport. So I said, what did you do with your passport? She says, I've thrown away my passport. I don't want to go back. So I talked to the agent and I said, look, she has thrown away her passport and she doesn't want to go back. And the agent told me that if she stays here, Saddam will kill her. So I said, what should we do? He says, the only alternative I have, there had been an Iranian death in another group, and we have the passport, if we can take her out of Iraq. We said, okay, fine. So we gave $200 in the passport. The immigration officer stamped the passport, and we took her to Damascus. When we reached Damascus, we gave the money, and she came out. Now, and then she went to the Hosai in Damascus for 3 months. Then her husband got her a new passport. He came to pick her up. 2 years ago, she phones me, and she's asking me, are you still a Shia? I said, why do you ask? She said, I don't think so, you are Shia, I'm Shia. I said, really? She says, yeah, I went to Afghanistan and I took my children and we stayed in Imam Ali's mosque for 1 month. So her faith is the faith became very strong for her, and she really, really loves Imam Ali. I get so many people who are not Shias who come to Ziyarat of Imam Hussein. I always tell them that when you come to Ziyarat of Imam Hussein, you would never go empty-handed. And Alhamdulillah, when they come back, they always have changed their lifestyle and they always think of Imam Hussein, how they've changed their life and how to behave and follow the religion of Shiaism. I had a dumb and deaf and a child of 9 years old. She could not even walk. The mother was telling me she sleeps in the crib. She would scream in the bus and everybody really felt sorry for her. So we took her to the haram of Imam Hussein. And I told the Khadim, I said, this is the story. So they took her and make her stood near the head of Imam Hussein. And all of a sudden, she screamed and she says, Ya Allah. And everybody started looking at her and she started walking. The whole haram was crying when they saw this girl walking and saying, Ya Allah, Ya Allah. And that touched everybody's heart. And as I said, that you'll never come empty-handed from Imam Hussein. And the mother had that wish that she would not go back empty-handed. Alhamdulillah, she got her legs and she could talk now. Alhamdulillah, I have seen so many miracles in the haram of Imam Hussein. And from my group, I've seen so many people got cured. Somebody got their eyesight back. Some people got their legs back. Some cancer people have survived. These are the miracles of Imam Hussein, and nobody would come empty-handed from Imam Hussein. In the year 2000, Kashif al-Ghatai Foundation approached me and they said they needed the computers. So we took some desk computer, and I had one gentleman from Lebanon who lived here. So we would go after midnight when this police was sleeping and give the computers and money to Kashif al-Ghatai so they can revive all the books and all the books. And then they started making CDs. While they were making CDs, they started distributing to the people so at least the religion can be spread. Unfortunately, one day they were showing these CDs in Lebanon. You don't know what's happening in Najaf. And Saddam sent his army to Kashif al-Ghatai Foundation, and they came and they destroyed all the computers and everything.